We have tons of leaks on both AMD's future mainstream Ryzen CPUs and their high-end desktop Threadripper variant. Plus, Freesync is making its way to console? Stay tuned. Welcome back to GamerMeld. When it comes to AMD, leaks are all over. These leaks, however, actually aren't just for Ryzen or even this year's processors. In fact, we have slides on both AMD's mainstream Ryzen and HEDT processors all the way up to 2020. The slides are from an event held by AMD for retailers. They were leaked by Informatica Chero and found by Video Cards. The first slide reinforces what I discussed in my last video, and that's the fact that the A420 boards probably aren't coming. While that sucks for gamers who are hoping for more features on a budget, you're still easily able to buy their last-gen A320. Next up, you can see Threadripper is getting their refresh this year, but I'll get to that more in a minute. Next year, on the other hand, is AMD's new TIC, with an all-new architecture and CPU cores. There's Matisse on the Ryzen desktop side, sporting the upcoming Zen 2 7nm process, and in the same year comes their next-generation APUs, codenamed Picasso, and then also Threadripper, codenamed Castle Peak. Making our way to 2020, they're looking at another optimization year with what will essentially be Zen 2 Plus. The codenames are Veneer for desktop Ryzen CPUs and Renoir for their APUs. Probably the coolest bit of information we can gather from this slide is that Ryzen will continue to work on AM4 motherboards all the way until 2020. So basically not just up to 2020 but through it as well. This is also true for the Threadripper platform. Speaking of Threadripper, you can see it's definitely getting the Zen Plus treatment this year, which we already knew, but they're definitely touting higher clocks, so that's something to really be excited for, especially when we're talking about all of those cores and threads. Next up for today, Microsoft has announced that they're adding FreeSync 2 capability to the Xbox One X and Xbox One S platforms. The company just recently added support for 1440p monitors in the spring Xbox update, and now comes FreeSync, the open adaptive refresh technology by AMD that eliminates tearing without the horrible input lag that comes along with VSync. They're also going to begin supporting a new feature called Auto Low Latency that allows your TV to automatically switch to the low latency game mode when you begin playing an Xbox game. Unfortunately, like FreeSync, your display will need to support the given technology. Auto Low Latency TVs should be coming later this year. So while that does it for today, what did you think of the news? Excited to see where AMD takes their CPU and APU lines? And what about Xbox bringing over FreeSync? Let me know down in the comments below. And definitely make sure to subscribe to the channel for all things gaming hardware news and reviews. And as always, have a great day.